Hi, my name is Ashish, and in this video, we will see what is Azure VMware solution. To start with, Azure VMware solution provides you with private clouds that contain vSphere clusters built from dedicated bare metal Azure infrastructure. The minimum initial deployment is 3 hosts, but additional hosts can be added one at a time, up to a maximum of 16 hosts per cluster. All provisioned private clouds have vCenter server, vSAN, vSphere. As a result, we can migrate workloads from the on-premises environments or deploy new virtual machines and consume Azure services from the private clouds. Azure VMware Solution is a VMware validated solution with ongoing validation and testing of enhancements and upgrades. Microsoft manages and maintains private cloud infrastructure and software. It allows us to focus on developing and running workloads in the private clouds. Let me share one diagram with you. So if you look at this picture, so the diagram shows the agency between private clouds and VNets in Azure services and on-premise environments. You see on the left, we have an on-premises vCenter serve architecture. We have an express route connection between the on-premise data center and the Azure subscription. In the Azure subscription, I have my vCenter or the Azure VMware solution deployed with NSX-T manager. I have a separate VNet deployed for my private cloud. Then I have a VNet which is going through Azure Backbone Network to communicate with other Azure services. So the network access from the private clouds to Azure services or VNet provides SLA-driven integration of Azure service endpoints. So if you talk about the host clusters and private cloud, Azure VMware solution provides private clouds and clusters are built from a bare metal resources, and the high-end hosts have 576 gigs of RAM and dual Intel 18 core 2.3 gigahertz processors. And we can deploy the new private clouds through the portal or through the Azure CLI. And if you get into the networking, we explain a little bit more. This solution, the Azure VMware solution, which offers a private cloud environment inside the Azure subscription, is accessible from the on-premise and through other Azure-based resources that we will deploy. Like you see in the diagram, we have SQL or load balancer or Key Vault, etc. And the services such as Azure Express Route, VPN connections, or Azure Virtual WAN deliver the connectivity. However, these services require specific network address range and firewall ports for enabling the services. So when deploying a private cloud, private networks for management, provisioning, and vMotion get created. So you see, we have separate networks for the management purposes, provisioning purposes, and for the vMotion. We'll use these private networks to access vCenter and the NSX-T manager and virtual machine vMotion or deployment. So there is a concept called Express Route Global Reach, which is used to connect private clouds to on-premise environments. It connects circuits directly at the Microsoft Enterprise Edge level. So the connection requires a virtual network with an express route circuit to on-premise in the subscription. And the reason is that the VNet gateways, the express route gateways can't transit traffic, which means we can attach two circuits to the same gateway, but it won't send the traffic from one circuit to another. And to deliver the access and security, this solution uh, use vSphere role-based access control for enhanced security. We can integrate vSphere SSO LDAP capabilities with Azure Active Directory. You have to check the Microsoft documentation for more details. And to monitor the private cloud, we can use the Azure Monitor logs, which are generated automatically. And in the private cloud, the solution, we can collect logs on each of the VM that we will deploy inside this private cloud infrastructure. We can download and install the MMA agent, which is the Microsoft monitoring agent on Linux and Windows VMs. We can enable the Azure Diagnostics extension. We can run new queries, so on and so forth. And if we talk about the topics that we will cover in the coming videos, we will see how to plan the deployment, how to deploy Azure VMware solution, connect to the on-premise environment, install the VMware HCX connector, so on. So I will show you on the portal how to do it and the other things that are required to enable so that you can have the fully functional private cloud VMware solution inside the Azure subscription. I hope you liked this first video in this series, and we will cover as many as topics as we can. If you have any further queries, please mention them in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.